Well, there may be take to that, but world... So, leaving elements to one side. Do you possess any... unique abilities? Ones that don't exist in this world? I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment. No. You shan't be... Now, see this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it.
You think Paimon knows how to do that stuff?
That was your best effort? Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking as such. Rather, I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even help with proliferation. I suppose I have a curiosity for things. Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine sprat?
Cooking? Paimon was looking forward to more mad stuff.
Not only is this recipe a staple for me, it's also worth experimenting with.
Paimon bets you're just hungry. That does sound yummy, though. Okay, Paimon approves. Good buddies are always...
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the... If there's any...
How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food? Maybe try the willpower thing again. Where does it get these ideas from anyway? Let's just do it the old-fashioned way. La la la.
That was fast. An average outcome experimentally, but you've really brought out the flavor. As far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned, we've come up short. Seems like food presents the same headaches, unless... Could it be that the natural laws of this world are limiting your unique abilities?
We just didn't know how to channel elemental power into the food. It's a little more complicated than adding herbs and spices.
Not to worry. At least we put some food to good use. No need to feel... And here's your portion. Enjoy. I can box it up if you like.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
I can tell that you're good friend. Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things had gone wrong. But anyway.
Hey! You were being nice a sec, but you do have tasty recipes. And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends.
Yes. I'm fortunate too. There are all manner of alchemical items here. Keeping them in their proper place, I managed to retrieve the majority, but
Paimon's barely finished eating and you want us to go gathering...
Don't worry if you can't locate them. I was planning to replace them anyway. Though, if you had, say, superpower, like night vision or vibratory sensing, lost property would be a thing of the past. I must have dropped them somewhere in the area where you were looking just now.
So, guess we'd better take a look. Oh yeah! This must be electrohypostasis powder! The extract of an animo crystal fly can only be animo elemental energy, right? This has gotta be it!
Goodness, you managed to find them. I'm wondering, this elemental sight, this is what allowed you to locate the items and find me here on the mountains.
Yep, guess it does sort of count as a superpower.
Unfortunately, though elemental sight is seldom seen, It is not unheard of in Teyvat. Only a never-before-seen otherworldly power would be of benefit to my research.
You mean we failed to get...
Don't be disheartened. This falls entirely within my expectations. I have to commend your deduction. Right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity. Our research on your identity as one of us is just beginning. In essence, the differences between humans are reflected in our intellectual, looking out from where we're standing. Can you see what Sucrose is doing? And if you jump from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there, could you see her then? So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into 1,000,000 fragments? Then could you see her? Then I shouldn't get too excited. Still, I know of a location that will be perfect for a physical test.
Still in one piece! Good thing the vial's so strong. La la la. Da da da. La la la. You want us to jump? From up here?
Not necessarily. Not if you know of a better method, that is. Whichever method you choose, the experiment will end when you reach the opposite shore of the lake. I will factor the time expended and your top speed into my comparative analysis. Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively, using the method that seems most rational. Some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters. Others might find the whole thing rather refreshing. No matter what choice you make, it's all a part of the experiment. For me, every detail is invaluable to the research. Then if you would, please.
Wait a minute. While we're busy testing, what exactly are you gonna be doing?
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us? It was an accident.
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh! Forget Paimon said anything.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Great work. I've never seen a performance quite like it. Your reputation precedes you, Traveler. The data shows that you're easily outperformed.
But you followed us the whole way without break.
Me? Actually, I used alchemy to if it turns out that the natural laws of Tavad do not affect you, I should be able to make various inferences about the other. If the natural laws of Tavad do affect you, then I shall be able to make inferences into the kind of the innumerable possibilities that this could present.
But how does this help your race?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to the campsite, I may be about to make some analogies between you and a few unusual gold, petrified trees, a sun 8 times the size of our own. The essence of the investigative process is enthralling, but such I'm willing to pour all my energy into all these things.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to sketch those hilly churls? Because you got to see something new and interesting in the differences between...
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, these creatures are, for the most part, quite boring, not worth closer inspection. There is...
So after all these experiments, are we gonna be, like, boring to you? Like sketches?
Of course not. Now, follow me. There... I imagine you must have encountered more than a few conundrums. I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test of your capabilities, much as we did for the... I'd like you to explore these ruins and return with your There are 2 puzzles located at the far ends of the ruin. As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. Everything you do is an action I wish to observe. A tried and tested adventurer, I see. So, let's see you in action. Start wherever... It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution.
At the ready. Go, go, Baron Bunny!
Sealy like these are a common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful places is up to you.
I'll race you there! I'll race you there! Let it rain! Oz, reveal thyself!
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly what will happen when you do is something I'm looking forward to finding out. Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased. We should be able to see what's in the water now. Let's have a look. What's this? To the best of my knowledge, these belong to a script of some kind. They can be found all over Teyvat. There's still a lot to learn about them. And as for... let me make a copy first. I'll make time to go over them.
Another thing for the don't understand list. Unsolvable mystery this. Seems like if you want the reward, you gotta pay the price.
I've truly gained a lot from all this. Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
Paimon's kinda looking forward to seeing the result, unless you can think of any...
Not so fast. You're not leaving until I'm convinced that nothing dangerous is going on here.
You!
I most certainly did not. And I've witnessed everything that you and Albedo have been up to. I must say, you let your guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling-sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor. Taking orders from a complete stranger? Drinking anonymous potions? I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive. Or perhaps you were...
Listen, sister. Your guard's so high you can't even see over the top of it.
It doesn't matter what you think. He could be a saint for all you know. But I understand him a little better than you, Outland. I'm only concerned with one thing. Whether his alchemy has transformed you into something more
No way! Paimon would have sensed it. And anyway, he didn't even use any...
With an alchemist of his level, you wouldn't sense a thing. In any case, I'm not about to let a potential threat back into Mondstadt.
So, what are you gonna do?
I've got to hand it to you. You have your moments. If I can be sure that nothing you came into contact with is dangerous, that's good enough for me. I've investigated everything else. The only items left on the agenda are these symbols.
But we don't even know...
That much is true. But for insurance purposes, I'd better make a copy. Now then, all things considered, I deem that you pose no immediate threat, which is what I was hoping. I would have been one very unhappy sister.
Overtime?
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! So stubborn. Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that. Huh. Never mind.
I won't let you down!
You're back. Good time. You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way back? Time for the results. But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is... you're very much like a human from this world.
You couldn't tell that just by looking? We spent all day working our butts off for that?
Please, I understand that this may have seemed self-evident to you, but in fact, nothing. And have you ever considered that the world of Teyvat may have a natural hostility to Outlanders? I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're able to converse with me here without consequence, and nothing seems amiss. The only other life form that, like you, has come here from afar is the seed that I mentioned. Under the effects of Teyvat's natural laws, it isn't even able to... But after I observed you, imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
The transition from nothing into something, from shoot to stem, is not nurturing otherworldly life also nurturing...
Aww.
It would seem that that's as far as we go. A transient blue...
Paimon thought, with all our efforts, it might have bloomed forever, and it didn't even have any fruit.
Life is a manifold A short life can be well lived. A life lived efficiently. So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here arguably being a small miracle?
Things feel a little heavy right now. Don't be sad. Albedo, Paimon really wants to be your friend.
Thank you both. Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom. I mean that the time I've spent traveling with... In the future, if the need arises, can I solicit your help again? Well... I made a point throughout of telling her how ordinary the results were. But what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there. What could it mean? Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfections, but those born of chalk are free of impurities. You and I are alike, both composed of a substance. If, one day, I lose control, destroy Mondstadt, destroy everything, can I rely on you to stop me?
Look at that! Looks like someone made camp here. Are other people adventuring nearby? Let's see how our fellow explorers are doing.